always fresh, every day. You're watching Fastlane Daily. What, you guys sleep here or something? Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Alan K, supervising producer at Fastlane Daily. Derek D is on assignment. Seriously, I'm serious. Derek D is on assignment. And you're watching Fastlane Daily, another day at the New York International Auto Show.
It's Fastlane Daily from the New York Auto Show. Fastlane Daily from the New York Auto Show.
Surgical bankruptcy. That, the New York Times reports, is Uncle Sam's goal for automaking colossus General Motors. A report this weekend outlined a U.S. Treasury Department plan for a quick bankruptcy restructuring of GM to prevent permanent damage to the company's image and sales. One plan being considered would create a new company to buy the, quote, good assets of GM, while the, quote, toxic assets would be left behind in the old GM. That company would then be liquidated over several years. Treasury officials told the Times the, quote, good GM could be in and out of bankruptcy protection in as little as 2 weeks, with help from up to $7 billion in federal financing. No word yet from the company, but the Times reports talks are continuing between GM and the Obama administration. And here in New York this past week, BMW revealed the latest in its flagship 7 Series models. It's the 760i. The headline of BMW's new top sedan is a new twin turbocharged 6-liter V12. That's the same power plant set to power the production model of Rolls-Royce's 200EX concept car. BMW says the 760i version will turn out 544 horsepower and a very serious 553 pounds-feet of torque. That'll be delivered to the rear wheels by way of a new 8-speed automatic transmission built with German gearbox builder ZF. No word yet on price, but BMW says the 760i will be released this summer in both standard and long wheelbase versions. Mike, this is pretty interesting, but what do you think they did with the rest of the car?
Really?
And a new supercar project by Italian firm Stile Bertone just got a lot more interesting for Corvette fans. The latest episode in the company's online series Project M reveals the car donating its chassis to Bertone's one-off supercar. It's a Corvette ZR1. The revelation comes on the heels of speculation Bertone had been building Project M from a Nissan GT-R. Project M is headed up by former Pininfarina designer Jason Castriota, who says the new bodywork will be made entirely from carbon fiber, making the final product 150 pounds lighter than the donor car. Bertone will roll out the finished Project M project in Shanghai in China on April 20th.
Hey, let's move it on. Bob Shubin, hey, bud. A lot of things here, a little gloomy, a little doom and gloom. Listen, we're at a car show, not a funeral. It's like a whale smiling at you. I mean, I like the car, but I mean, look, it's like this. It's like.
What about whale tail?
I like whale tail.
Always fresh, every day, Fastlane Daily. Here, you try. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. And this past week in New York, Chrysler revealed a reworked Jeep Grand Cherokee that promises to put the company in a positive light. Chrysler says the 2011 Grand Cherokee is built on the same platform as the Mercedes ML Class SUV, giving it more room for cargo and passengers, and a redesigned interior befitting a flagship SUV. Now Jalopnik says it has inside info on what could be the Grand Cherokee's factory-tuned sibling. It's the 2012 Jeep SRT8. If legit, a sketch of the sport-tuned SUV is the first sign of life from Chrysler's internal hot rod division since the economic meltdown. Insiders say more aggressive styling cues will join a more powerful Hemi V8 to make the SRT8 Grand Cherokee as much a shredder of tires as a mover of people. Word is power will come from a new 6.4-liter Hemi V8 producing upward of 505 horsepower. And that could be enough to challenge even the AMG-tuned version of the new Grand Cherokee's Mercedes ML cousin. The new Hemi is also expected to trickle down to SRT8 versions of the Dodge Charger and Chrysler 300C and Challenger. No other details on the SRT8 Grand Cherokee are forthcoming, but we'd advise not getting too worked up about this quite yet. And last week, Derek D caught up with GM design boss Mike Simcoe to talk about the new Chevy Camaro. Let's take a look. You want to go get a pretzel?
Yeah, let's get a soda also.
All right, I'm here with Mike Simcoe, exterior designer for the Chevrolet Camaro. And Mike, I mean, quite frankly, I think the car's pretty badass. But tell me what went into, designing the exterior of this, and what was your thinking behind it?
I mean, you recognize this car as being related to Camaros of the past,
right,
in the 60s. but it's all about a modern interpretation of that. You know, the wide, really angry face.
Right.
You got the dash to axle proportion, which is all about rear wheel drive. So, you know, A-pillar to centre line of wheel, the wheels pushed forward, real traditional. It's so guys can recognise this is a performance vehicle.
Right.
6 and a V8 under the hood.
Well, so you have test driven these before?
I've got a test car which is a black SS.
Black SS.
Yeah,
That's
it's
nice.
cool.
How do you think this is going to do once it comes out? Do you think it's going to? I mean, obviously we need to.
I don't know how many tens of thousands of back orders we've already got, but
so you've got a lot
pre-ordered already, and the number of before we even put the car out to sale, the guys who put their pre-order in had already ordered short shift or short throw shifts.
Right.
They'd already ordered accessory wheels. They'd already sort of specced out
already
their
like
car
customized the car and everything.
So there's a huge amount of passion. Once those guys who had to have the car, those guys who cry about it, once that dies down, then you'll start to get more of these newer customers come in, and that's why we want the 6. You know, the 6 is really important with those guys.
Yeah. How are the burnouts in these?
It does do a burnout.
It does do a nice burnout. We're not condoning burnouts.
No. That's,
yeah, we are. No, I'm just kidding. He's not. I might.
In a safe environment.
In a safe environment.
It has tread in the rear wheels.
Right.
Although it's back and it's sort of doing the rounds for some of the guys in the studios, so it may not have any more.
How many miles do you have on it? Is that like what you're driving every day?
Yeah. It's probably got 3,000 on it now.
Oh wow. What's your curb wattage? A lot of people come up like, whoa, you know, when you.
That's the nice thing about it. Everywhere you drive, someone's staring at it or pointing at it. I had 2 cops the other day who pulled me aside just to have a look at the car. So it's cool.
Nice. Anything else you would like to say about this car to everyone out there watching? And
no. This is what design's all about. This is where the 20% of your job, which is fabulous, is all about this stuff. It's all about product. So, but Solstice for a while, get into one of these.
All right, Mike Simcoe, I appreciate it.
These aren't too bad.
They're delicious. You didn't get any mustard.
I forgot. Can I get some of yours?
Absolutely.
You know, I didn't get a napkin either.
What kind of New York are you? Oh, wait a minute. You know what?
No. Well, that does it for Fastlane Daily from the New York International Auto Show. I'm Alan Kay. See you later. It's Mike Spinelli.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks. Awesome pretzel.
What happens when you put together one band and one filmmaker to create an original music video for $99? Watch world premiere videos every week at $99musicvideos.com. Best experienced with Verizon Fios Internet.